We started, or is this another test?
No, we've started.
Okay.
Can you see it? See
I
it?
can see yes, I can
Okay,
see
good.
it, see it.
You can see it. See it. You can't hear it, but we know what this is. You know what? I think
It's it's fine.
I'm gonna retire the bit.
We cannot hear the copyright strike, is what you.
No, we can't hear it. I'm gonna retire the bit. I don't think it's getting longer.
No, it was the same length every time.
I'm pretty sure it's the same. 2012 is getting longer all the time, though. We go back there, we add a
Well,
lot to that year.
you know what? It was an important year.
It was. No. It certainly was. And who knows how important it's going to end up being in the long run. And I'm fine with it. If we go back and like make this more, I'm trying to imagine the point where it's like, oh my god, 2012 again. How much can happen? A lot of shit happens whenever you have a alien invasion.
Well, it's
And
not that it's different. It's not separate events happening. This is connected to one of the
no, yeah, it
the
is.
Chitauri attack. The Chitauri are about to attack,
They are.
and events are caused by that. It makes fucking
No,
sense.
yeah, no. It totally makes sense. It's just like how many origin stories can we squeeze into coming from this one event? Uh, I'm fine with it, honestly, because
uh, how many things can we attach to the first time aliens ever invaded the Earth? Probably quite a few.
yeah, that's what I'm like. Yeah, aliens invaded the Earth in Manhattan, very visible, very visible, and
Yeah.
lots of people. And I mean, Vulture was cool. um, and it's also fun because like indirectly, it's like, God damn it, Loki. Like he does so much. He's responsible for so much. You know that. And then Sylvie, we
Yeah,
saw that shit.
we did see that.
Everything's fucking their
Which
fault. Okay.
speaking of things we've seen, we should probably explain why there hasn't been more What If.
Oh, because
the the recording the last time we did that did not save. We do not have that footage,
it didn't.
audio, whatever you want to call it. And so we decided I don't really feel like rewatching those episodes right now, so we'll put it off till later. And that's the story.
Yeah, it's not a great story. Uh,
It's not. It's a bummer. We'll go back at some
at
point.
some point.
We'll go back.
And I mean, if it was a great story, then we probably would have gone back and redone it already. It was okay. It's fine. We'll get back there. But Hawkeye,
It was fun.
this is Hawkeye.
Was our Shang-Chi review, did that make it, or
I,
was that the episode we
I
lost?
really don't know. I actually have no idea. That would involve me going back and watching the last thing that I uploaded, which I should do. But I don't normally do it, so I don't
Yeah.
think about it. But I should do it.
Well, we may have to elaborate later, but just quick in case we did lose that. I liked Shang-Chi.
I like Shang-Chi too.
There you go.
I mean, come on. It was good.
It was what I was looking for. It was a martial arts movie.
Yeah, the fucking
There
Mandarin.
were
He was doing shit.
and there were dragons, and there were fucking guardian lions, and there were
There were.
Kirins, and
Dude,
all
there
kinds
was
of
so much
fucking
Iron Fist in that
creatures that
movie.
only the Chinese have.
There was lots of Iron Fist shit in that movie. She walked down that fucking warrior shrine and explained Kunlun and the seven heavenly cities or 10 heavenly, however many there are. I don't remember. But this is Hawkeye.
Actually, yeah, this is Hawkeye. This is a Hawkeye.
It's a Hawkeye. Yeah,
One of the
yeah.
two.
It's fine. Listen,
Do you
I have a problem
do you
with
not like Kate?
characters.
I like Kate Bishop.
I
I
have no problems
actually
with Kate Bishop. I have no
of the
problems with
young
that.
Avengers, I think Kate's my favorite, just because she has more personality than the others.
I don't have any problems
And I
with Kate
really
Bishop.
like the Matt Fraction book with the two of them that this show is based on.
Yeah. Everybody loves that. Like that's like one of the clearly the show likes it too because boy, you've seen the
Yeah.
intro. Um, I wonder who shot that.
Yeah, no, there's two Hawkeyes in the show.
Now there's two Hawkeyes. That's my only problem with Kate whatsoever. It's not my problem with anything. Just two people name the same thing bugs me.
Yeah, I get that.
That's it. That's really it. Like
It is
fucking
it is weird to have two people both have the name at the same time. Like it's usually like, well, one of them took it because the other one fucking stopped using it,
yeah, but that's not the
but not this
case.
time.
Yeah, is this my same shit with Miles Morales being Spider-Man's sidekick? Like you're both Spider-Man.
Well, I mean, the weird thing is that in both situations, when they took the name, the other guy wasn't around, and then the other guy came back, and now they're just stuck with both of them at the same time.
Yeah, that's very true. Miles Morales. That's part of the cool thing that about him that works so well. Her dad died. Shocking.
Yes,
Um,
Kate's dad died because aliens attacked New York,
and because she's
but she
gonna be
saw
a
Hawkeye being a
superhero.
badass, and now Hawkeye's her hero, and she wants to be like Hawkeye.
If you want to be a hero, kids, you got to pay with at least one of your parents. Um, no, yeah, Miles was cool because he did his shit without Spider-Man's help for a long time, and he had to like do his own shit and obviously be his own Spider-Man. But when you kill the
But
Ultimate
then,
Universe and bring him over here, where they're together, it's like,
yeah, and I don't know. I feel like sometimes there's merchandise that tries to give them a different name to tell them apart, but the name they chose is Kid Arachnid, and that sounds fucking
yeah,
terrible.
I remember that shit. It wasn't good. I'm
It's
like,
a little bit how like Spider Gwen is sometimes called Ghost Spider, but at least that sounds
that
cool.
does sound cool. I've never heard Ghost Spiders. That's really what they call her sometimes.
Yeah, I don't think they don't use those names in the books, but sometimes on like action figures and stuff
Okay.
for some reason.
I mean, that is a good name though. Kid Arachnid's not. Mm,
No, it's terrible.
no, we don't need that shit. Look at this intro.
I like this intro.
I
I
have
mean, the
not.
nice thing is that we're getting to see backstory. Like it's both opening credits and it's a training montage.
Yes, it's very expository, which I appreciate. I haven't seen it since then either. I only saw this like the full intro only on the first episode. I don't think they've done it again.
Yeah, no, the other episodes just have the logo. It says Hawkeye, and then the episode continues.
This is
This is
like
the only time they've needed an elaborate training montage.
yeah. So we all
I mean,
know.
we're covering nine. Well, God, because the Marvel universe is 5 years ahead of us because of the blip. So how old is she?
22.
Well, no, I think she's 22 in the present. So how old was she at the beginning of this
Oh,
episode?
I don't know, 9.
I'd say she was like 8 or 10. I don't know.
Sure. That sounds good. That sounds plausible.
Let's just say it's been 10-ish years.
Yeah, yeah,
10-ish
yeah, yeah.
years is how much
10-ish.
time that fucking montage took.
And then it says
Staying
present
Tower.
day.
Why are there buildings named after a guy who was discovered to be selling weapons to terrorists before he died?
I thought the same thing. And then I thought, didn't he have a son at some point? Which we haven't seen the MCU or something, anything like that.
Yeah, we have not seen Ezekiel Stain yet, but I have heard rumor that he'll be somewhere, like he might be the villain in War Machine or something.
Why not? Sure. This is the Ezekiel stain shaped door right here.
No,
He,
I would imagine this building is named after Obadiah because Ezekiel hasn't done nothing yet.
he hasn't done anything. Well, I mean that we
You have
know
to you have
of.
to earn. Look, this is an expensive college. You have to be like old and have a lot of money and have donated a bunch of it to get a building named after you.
I guess so. So after this, and like they fix it, is it Bishop Tower? If you break it and then
I kind
fix
of
it,
doubt it.
you probably
I
don't.
I don't think they'll name it after you if you're the one who broke it. No.
I, I mean, I don't know, man. Yeah, that couldn't have been cheap though, which is important. It's actually plot relevant
No,
because
you have to donate a lot of money to a fancy college to be.
they were having financial problems whenever her and her ex, Big Kate's dad, was talking in the beginning.
That's true. Like she apparently got way richer because he died.
Yeah, one would assume because they're still in that penthouse, which means they didn't have to move out because of financial problems, and she can afford to pay for Stain Tower here or whatever it was. So she's doing all right.
Kind of kind of a weird message to send. The
On a
family
mission.
was better off
It was.
dead.
You should get, but it raises flags. Something suspicious there. You should be. It's sus for a reason.
Well, no, obviously the mom's in crime. We'll
Yeah,
find that out.
yeah,
It's
yeah, yeah, yeah.
she's shady as fuck. We'll see.
She is shady.
Something's up.
She's very shady, and she wears lots of turtlenecks. And turtlenecks are they're a villain thing.
Notoriously.
Yeah, it's a thing.
Yeah, yeah. Never trust a rich lady in a turtleneck. Something's up.
Man, and she goes through a few of them. Like she has more than one. So it's like it's a, it's a character choice. It's a character thing, a detail. I don't know what she was trying to do here, but I also don't know why that thing broke.
I'm pretty sure they made a bet that she could ring the bell with an arrow. And apparently the bell was very fragile.
Apparently, or the tower was fragile around the bell. I
Yeah,
don't know, but
the part holding up the bell was what broke.
that
Yeah.
was clearly in need of maintenance anyway.
Yeah, I mean,
If you ring the
don't
bell,
places with bell towers usually ring the bell on the regular? Like,
you would think like it's got one job, and she just made it do its one job, and it
and
broke
then it fell
everything.
apart.
I don't
But
know.
I mean, nobody. That's not gonna get you out of.
No, it's not. It already
Nobody
happened.
wants to hear that.
That clock thing fell off. Uh,
Look, if you were ringing the bell when the bell broke, you're held responsible, whether it's the building's fault or not.
and she was caught with her. Oh man, Rogers the musical.
Rogers the musical.
So we're led to assume that this is the Christmas season, the holiday season following
Yes.
the blip or the snapback.
I well, the thing is with movies that take place after the blip, I'm always like, so is this right after? Where are we? What time is it?
This man,
It's not always clear. This is definitely a Christmas
it is. Yeah,
after the blip.
it is. Um, it is hard to tell. I'm making that assumption. This is the holiday
Well,
season following.
WandaVision had like a timeline. It was like 6 weeks after Endgame or something like that.
No, it was way shorter than that. It was not. It wasn't far at all. Um, she went there to get the
Well,
thing, and
it
she
was
broke Vision
fairly
out.
immediately after
Quote.
Endgame,
Um,
and Far From Home was immediately after Endgame, and No Way Home is going to take. I think No Way Home is going to start right where Far From Home ended. I don't think there's going to be a time gap.
oh shit! With his hands on his head, doing the oh my gosh. That's what I remember from the end of Spider-Man.
Why
I have to look this up.
why is Ant-Man in this music?
I don't know. Like that's the thing. Like I've heard some people say that he was there whenever they went back in time to do the thing in Endgame. So I don't know how that adds up. I don't know.
The musical seems to be depicting the Chitauri invasion.
No, it does. Well, no, when they went back to the Chitauri invasion in
Or at least
2012,
this scene, because musicals can have more than one scene.
like they went back and he's like, "Hey, shoot me at Tony's heart thing," and he fucked up Tony's heart thing. Little Ant-Man did.
I do think it's interesting that for this is a Broadway production.
It is. Yeah.
They are on watching a Broadway show right now. And yet everybody's costumes are just a t-shirt with a logo.
They are.
The
I don't-
Hulk's outfit is a hoodie.
I don't know what Thor is wearing. Thor's short too.
It reminds me of all that money they spent on Spider-Man Turn
Oh.
Off the Dark.
I do.
Which-
I do.
Notoriously plagued by accidents on the stage because,
It
hey, it
was.
turns out it's really hard to make someone seem like they're web slinging in a play.
Yeah, yeah. Infamous, even. People were
But
dying left and right in that
Rogers
shit.
the Musical seems to have gone a lower budget route, is what I'm saying.
You're right.
like I
But I
like
mean,
that there's graffiti that says Thanos was right and stuff like that now.
uh, how do you feel about
It adds a
walking up
touch
a
of
couple of urinals
realism,
for
I
a
think,
guy?
to the world.
How do you feel
It
about
adds a
that
touch
bathroom
of
etiquette right
realism.
there? You're cool with it?
You know what? That's probably what it's like to be a celebrity. Is again a touch of realism.
Yeah. Listen, man. Here's my dick, and here's this thing. Will you sign one of these two things?
Will
No.
you give me an autograph? Will you wash your hands first?
No, he didn't. No bother.
Nope.
Um, I'm looking up this timeline right now.
Did you find a document that says when things take place?
Not yet. I'm working on it.
Some kind of infographic,
I want.
perhaps?
I need it.
I'm sure there's one out there.
Oh, I'm sure.
One thing the
I'm sure.
internet is good at is infographics.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Reliable ones, but they're out there. The hell is this?
The the older brother seems significantly older to me.
He
He
does
seems like
seem.
he's had a growth spurt since the last time we saw him.
Yeah, 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 yeah. She's the middle one, I think.
I believe so.
Lila.
Because there is a joke later he's in charge because he's the oldest, and then Clint says, "No, you're in charge. You've always been in charge." To the girl.
Oh shit. Okay. Apparently, this is official.
Okay.
Official timeline from Disney. Um.
Interesting.
Okay. Endgame, then the Loki show, which that
Mhm.
makes sense because
Yeah,
Loki
because
starts
it's like
in 2012 ish.
it's grabbed during Endgame.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And then what if happens?
Just
Uh,
curious that what if. Well, I guess you'd have to put it somewhere, but it
yeah,
doesn't really matter.
no. And then WandaVision, Falcon, Bucky, Shang Chi, and then presumably this one's gonna be next, maybe. Which I don't know. That adds up to me. Yeah, but because
Yeah.
Wanda went back to that HQ thing or whatever to quote bust out Vision, end quote. Like
Yeah, but I thought it had been a couple weeks.
it was like maybe 11, 12 days, something like that. So coming up on 2 weeks
Maybe
ish.
it was like 2 weeks, 2 weeks between Endgame and her going to Sword,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and
That
then
that sounds right.
like right after that.
Look at that turtleneck. Look at that neck. Look at that collar.
What
In
is
that
it with
dress too.
Evil and tall collars?
Um, very.
We're not making this up. This is a thing
It,
because I
yeah, it
remember
is.
when DC did the New 52 and Jim Lee redesigned everybody's costumes to have matching Mandarin collars.
Mhm.
One of the most common complaints on the internet was it made everybody look more evil. Like Superman should not have a tall collar.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
makes him look like a
Right,
fascist.
right, right. Which is why I was okay with it for his costume when he becomes evil Superman in Injustice. Like that
Sure,
makes sense.
sure.
Something's happened here, dude. But
Yeah, the regular Justice League should not all have tall collars.
it can also be a thing where like how rigid and unwavering a character is. It doesn't have to be evil sometimes, like Batman. Batman is going to do what
Well,
Batman's going to do, and he's immovable.
it can also be like because Michael Keaton wore a lot of sweaters down in the Batcave when he wasn't in the Batsuit, but it just kind of looked like, oh, he's dressed warm for the holidays.
But it doesn't feel that way on her,
No,
even though it is the holidays.
no, no. On her, it looks vaguely threatening somehow.
And
it looks it looks like she's a mob boss's wife.
it does. And that's the whole like idea, the whole
Which, to be fair, as we will gradually learn, she is a mob boss's fiance at the moment.
she is like shocking. This guy isn't,
Which, yeah, I want to talk
100% good
about
guy.
Jack Duquesne
Yeah, Jack.
is in fact a character from the comics. They have made some significant changes to him though, because in the comics he was Hawkeye's mentor in the circus, the swordsman.
The
They
swordsman.
kept that he's good with swords, and that's the only thing they kept.
Clearly. And this guy's going for it too. The actor, he's just like, whatever, man. We got it. Mustache twirling, literal mustache.
It's
It's subtle.
it's good. I like it.
Speaking of things I
Makes
like,
him stand out. I like when an actor, chews a little bit of the scenery, makes
mhm,
them more charismatic, makes them more interesting.
I like Linda Cardellini.
You like Hawkeye's wife here?
I do. I like her quite a bit.
She's she's good. She's good. I like that unlike a lot of superhero and wife relationships, he really doesn't like hide anything from her. Like she even knows the details of his missions and like
Yeah,
helps him with intel and stuff.
yeah. That was a nice touch. And I mean, come on, like, bitch, I got snapped out. Like, stop trying to hide shit. We know that there's fucking weird shit going on out there. Don't try to make up some stupid
Well, I
story.
mean,
Well, I don't know. I gotta stay here with the thing for a little business, you know.
yeah, they're always trying to like, oh, I can't tell her what I'm really doing because I don't want her to yell at me and I don't want to get in trouble. No, fuck that. Just
Yeah, it's like,
it's
look,
terrible. Don't do that.
it is. Especially in this case, you're gonna get in trouble and yelled at. This is fun. Clearly Hawkeye's not. He's either just tired of this or never been okay with it. But I guess that's
I
kind
would
of one of the
imagine he's
things with
the
the
kind
show,
of
though.
guy who's not comfortable with the fame and
Right.
the hero worship and the stuff because as he will repeatedly try to tell Kate when he meets her, because she's got the hero worship going on, is
Yeah,
that
yeah.
he doesn't think of himself as a hero. He thinks of himself as like an assassin. He kills people and does the bad thing, but for the good cause.
Yes.
He's not proud of his work.
No, no, no. Which is understandable. He's James Bond, man. He had a license to kill, and he killed
Yeah.
people.
We're not gonna get to this episode tonight, but in the most recent one I've seen, episode 4,
Mhm.
he says, "I don't save people, I hurt people." That's what I do.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he does. He's correct.
Yeah, I mean, he shoots people with a bow. There's not a lot of rescuing you can
No, no,
do
no,
with a bow.
no. And I mean, sometimes
I
you
mean, if
gotta,
you
and it
shoot someone to
sucks.
prevent them from hurting someone else, you're saving them, but you're still hurting a guy.
You are. It's fine. He's just, and he's still obviously like he's not in active duty right now either.
No.
It's pretty clear that like this whole trip was just him with his family supposed to go back, which again is why he can't lie to Linda Cardellini, his wife or whatever. I forgot her name, Laura. He can't lie to
Well,
her because
I mean,
it's not like
you
he's
get
working
the
for
sense
Shield.
from the moment you get the sense from the moment we met her in Age of Ultron that he never hides anything from her
You're right.
anyway.
Yeah,
That
absolutely.
she just always, is in on the superhero life and the Shield missions and
But like, I'm just like even here though, this kid's really trying to act. Um, even like here, there's no Shield going on right now. There's like Nick Fury is in space somewhere. Like he's not
no,
working for
no.
anybody. The Avengers are not a team right now. As
Basically, all of the Avengers are retired after Endgame, except for like Banner.
Banner, yeah, yeah, because he showed up in what's its face in Shang Chi.
Yeah, like at the end of Shang-Chi, or like, whenever they need to have a meeting about something, it's always him and fucking Captain Marvel. Those seem to be the only two. Maybe Strange and Wong.
Yeah, and she flakes. Which I think that they've been doing that a lot recently. They have to be doing that on purpose. She's a
Yeah,
giant,
I mean, she's
big fat flake.
that's I guess her gimmick is she's not around because space is big and she's the only
Nah,
hero in space.
that's bullshit though. Like,
It is kind of bullshit. I mean,
but I think that they're
Thor's
doing
also
it
a space
intentionally.
hero, and the Guardians are a space. Yeah, yeah, I think it's a bit.
Yeah. I think that they're setting up for that. It's probably going to be a big piece of conflict with her in that Marvel show with what's her name? Fucking
In WandaVision, fucking Monica Photon
Monica Photon. That's it. Yeah.
was mad at her about something, and they never said what.
Yeah. I think that's going to be a thing that's going.
I would
But
presume
what
it's
did
that
she
she never
say?
fucking visits.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like she probably was fucking gone, and her mom died. It's like, what the fuck, you flaked. And in that thing, what did she say? Here, you can. Bruce has my number. You can call me. He's like, I don't fucking have her number. She's just gone. She does this shit on purpose. It's fine. But that feels Carol-y to me. Like
Yeah, yeah.
she's not a super nice person. She's not a friend. Like if you wouldn't go shopping for friends, mm, you should go to Thor. Don't go to Carol. There's a dog in this show.
I don't know. Maybe when you have years of amnesia and you're a little distant from all your memories when you get them back, maybe that does make you
Maybe it
not
does.
give a shit about people as much.
Maybe it does.
I mean, they're playing it for comedy, but she had something like that they played for drama back in the comics when she woke up from the coma Rogue put her in.
Yeah. Mm, rogue coma.
I want the Rogue coma.
We do the rogue coma.
Does
That's
anybody not want the Rogue coma? I think we all. That's the
who.
only thing Carol's good for.
That's the fucking that's the great story. That's the big story. You have to do the rogue coma. Okay, look, she
It
plays
is.
this
It
off
is
really
very
well.
important to the X-Men.
That collar, man. I mean, that dress overall
Yeah,
is
no,
like,
that's completely on the up and up. That person has no mob ties at all.
yeah. She's dressed like fucking a vampire, dude. That dress, the collar,
It is.
and she wears red recurringly, like recurringly, whatever that word is. It's a thing.
Red is like a mob boss's wife color.
It is especially, and it gives not so subtle or incident or accidental. I think it gives me Daredevil vibes.
Well,
Well,
we might see a Daredevil character at some point in this show.
we might.
We
It may
might.
not be a feeling that's like, oh, they like fell bass backwards into it. They might have intended it. You know how the
Well, there
Netflix.
is there is
Go
a
ahead.
character who has Daredevil connections.
There
Is a
is.
major character in this show, and we will talk about that when they show up next episode.
They will, and they have that very like in Netflixy thing where there's for some reason in this scene there's just a lot of red light, which is really a really like it looks cool. It's a fun thing that show did a bunch. But whenever I see a red light, like a room bathed in red light, now it's just like hmm.
I
Okay.
think there's something about red lights that make it seem more hidden and creepy.
It
It's
does,
like you're now in the basement. Apparently, a lot of basements in New York use just the emergency lighting and don't have
and it just
anything.
that's where Daredevil has to go. He has to stand in those rooms. We're about to have some actually right now, I believe.
Well, not of Daredevil, but
No. Daredevil's not going to be standing in this room.
no, Matt himself may not appear here
No. Listen,
at any point.
I'm not saying Matt's gonna be. I'm not saying Daredevil's gonna be in this show. I'm saying there might be a Daredevil shaped door in this show.
It's Daredevil adjacent.
It is Daredevil, but like specifically Netflix Daredevil shaped door in this show.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I will say this: Charlie Cox will be in No Way Home. This is all but confirmed. They're not
Okay.
saying it, but there's been leaks.
No, they have. It's been all, but yeah, in practicality, Disney themselves have been the Charlie Cox Daredevil shaped door. But in terms of the actual material inside the whatever, this show is
I like
the shaped door.
I like this bit that she does here.
It's good. She plays it off, and I buy it.
Hey, you, what's your name? It's the problem. You don't even know my name. I quit.
It's like, oh, this isn't. Yeah, it does a good job of not
Just work on a
feeling
tweet. I
like
like that.
a up to no good. This is like a fucking staff issue. It feels like it.
What an amazing coincidence that she just happened to dress exactly like the waiters.
Yeah, you know,
That sure worked out, huh?
I think that's one of those micro contrivances. You know, but
It might be.
but it's okay because it works and it does look good on her.
Yes. So, I have a lot of questions
Yeah,
about how nobody in the Avengers was keeping an eye on the wreckage of the compound when the scavengers came.
you know, I thought you might. Uh, and I do too.
It seems terribly irresponsible. Aren't there Iron Man armors in that wreckage?
The, how this sword doesn't even fucking. It's a
No, that's
lightsaber.
CGI. That's not
Yeah,
possible.
yeah, yeah. That's not possible. Like steel doesn't do that.
Because there are no seams on the blade where it would collapse.
Right.
The whole blade went into the
Yeah,
handle.
that's
Unk.
like.
You know what? Tim particles.
Oh, is that what it is? Damn it.
I'm just gonna say
Don't
it's
do
Tim
their work
particles.
for them like that. Come on, man. Yeah, okay, fine. I was gonna say negative zone, but yours is easier. All right.
We haven't seen the negative zone yet. We have seen Pim particles.
Yeah, we have seen. I know. Listen, the negative zone's coming. Where did that dinosaur head come from?
uh, Stolen from a museum?
500,000. Is that what it went for? Did it go for 500,000?
Something like that.
Something
I didn't
like
catch
that.
it. That seems cheap for a dinosaur head to me.
It does. Like, they don't
But I
make them
guess
anymore.
you don't have the rest of the dinosaur.
Yeah, you know. I was
If it was
surprised
the whole
that.
dinosaur, I could see you going for a couple million.
And these guys. These guys are fun. They turned out fun. They've been well done.
The tracksuit mafia.
Oh shit! The red lights. Yes, the
There's the
tracksuit
red.
one.
Well, now there's a reason for emergency lighting now.
I suppose. Security alert. Tracksuit Mafia busted in through the fucking Ninja Turtle sewer. Because this is a basement.
Yes, this is the fucking base, the
Take
wine
that
cellar.
fake
See all
ass
the wine?
This is, yeah, you're right. It's a wine cellar.
It's the perfect place to hold black market auctions.
It was. It reminds me of that Batman story. I think it was Black Mirror with Dick Grayson, where he snuck up on one of these shits, and they were selling that crowbar that Joker killed Jason with. It was pretty tight.
How do they know it's the right crowbar?
That's a good
You could
question.
sell any crowbar and just say.
Good. I don't know, man, but these rich buttholes were fucking bidding. So, sure. I was surprised they knew like Ronin's name is out there. His like superhero handle or whatever. This is the thing by the Ronin, and the Ronin had this, and they even say the
Well,
Ronin in a minute.
when we saw him doing his stuff, weren't the mobsters, the Yakuza guys that he was killing in Endgame, weren't they calling him Ronin?
Were they?
They were yelling things like, "It's the Ronin! Get out of here!" Stuff like
Were
that.
they yelling it? I thought they were yelling in
I
Japanese.
think so.
What
I
did
mean,
you-
there were subtitles because they were yelling in Japanese.
Well, okay, fine. Listen, it's okay. Now she doesn't know that the Ronin was Hawkeye,
Not at this point, no. Nobody does.
but she still just grabs the costume and goes for it.
I mean, Hawkeye's family knows. I was a little surprised that he told them,
Yeah,
but he tells his wife everything. We've established
which
this.
is good. That's fine.
Yeah. So while you guys were all dead, I became the Punisher. So we'll have to deal with that.
And he did a good job.
Sit down, eat your dinner.
Listen, I didn't think you would be back. Usually, back doesn't happen.
Yeah, people don't generally come back from the
No.
dead. At least not yet in this universe.
And he was killing bad people.
That's true. That's true.
That would probably hurt.
Yeah, getting hit in the face with a full bottle.
Yeah.
Usually not comfortable.
No, I haven't done it myself. Man, look at his dress though. Just flowing.
Yeah, it's definitely somewhere between Mafia and Dracula. Pretty pretty lucky of her, or skilled, or I don't know, to turn that into a Hurricane Rana so easily after losing her grip like that. I wouldn't have been able to do it. I would have landed on my fucking head.
There's still red light.
Yeah, no, it's still an emergency. There's also a flashing strobe light.
Mm-hmm.
Nice addition.
Just waiting for the beat to drop.
I don't know if you could kick flip a bottle like that and get it to do that.
I thought it was a brick.
It looked like a bottle to me.
Maybe it was a bottle.
I mean, there were bricks among the bottles.
You're probably right. Okay, I still know what the fuck this watch is. This is an ongoing mystery.
I
Don't
had
kick it.
assumed that it's the watch that turns into the repulsor from Civil War. But
Oh yeah.
it comes back up in episode 4, and I think they imply something else about it, that it somehow ties the Ronin identity to Clint. And I'm not sure how it would do that. I guess we'll find out more about the watch later.
That was quite a
But
flip.
we're not there yet.
Easy with the flips. Marvel. This guy.
What does taking the mask off do for your eyesight? It already has eye holes. What do you need a
Yeah.
better look? How does
Yeah,
that?
this is just to run up and show the camera your face. That was the fucking. Because we need to know that you're someone.
Yeah, that you are more important than the other
Mhm.
henchmen.
And then you have a guy behind you yelling your name, so we get that too. Kazi.
Which is
Or
all
Kazi.
exactly what you want to do at the scene of a crime.
It is. Well played, tracksuit.
Take
mafia
off your
guy.
mask and have someone yell your name.
Mm,
These are the most important things
2 thumbs up.
to know about committing crimes. Make sure you take off your mask and then someone yells your name.
Look at that flip. This guy knows the Ronin too. They say it on the news.
Yeah, well, I mean, he spent 5 years killing
The
people.
Ronin.
People know who the Punisher is. I mean, it depends on whether or not they know he's Frank Castle, but they know the name the Punisher.
Okay. Yeah, we saw that movie. It was dank. He killed Scorpion.
He killed a scorpion, not the scorpion.
Okay, that's fine.
There have been better scorpions, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I don't like the way you said that because it made me feel like that other dude was also a scorpion. Because the scorpion thing was like a family shit in that movie. Let's not talk about that movie. Let's Talk about this
No, the
dog.
point I'm making is that there have been better Mortal Kombats than the one that he was Scorpion
There
in.
was. It's true. There have been better Mortal Kombats. Pizza. I do feel like sometimes in this show, she seems like what's her name? Domino in
Kate or the
Deadpool?
actress?
The character.
The character Kate Bishop?
Yes. Was it Domino in the Deadpool movie? Just
Yeah.
like really lucky.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sometimes I get Domino vibes from her in this show.
I don't think that, because, like,
Cause like that, you're really lucky. You're really lucky you made it out of that underground red auction. You're lucky that
it's
you.
there's the kind of lucky that a person who has luck powers has, where things happen in the background that they didn't touch it and it just went off and go good for me.
Sure.
And then
Yes.
there's the kind of lucky where it's you're in a fight and you're holding a pipe with your legs around a guy's neck, and when the pipe breaks, you are skilled enough to turn it into a hurricane rana. That's a
I,
different kind of
I mean,
lucky.
if that was the only thing, like there was a room full of dudes with guns, and she's not nine,
Yeah,
but he
but
says nines for a reason, and then they attack her after this scene.
yeah, she was dodging around the fucking racks of wine bottles.
I'm just saying, like she's fucking.
She was only ever had guns pointed at her, one or two guys at a time.
She's not like she's not experienced at all with this sort of thing.
Well, as the montage and certain lines of dialogue exist to exposit,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
she is a champion, Olympic level archer
Mm-hmm.
and martial artist already.
She is. Little B and E here. And why
You
is
know,
she
she's
still wearing the suit?
that is a that is a good question. I presume she's wearing it because if you are seen breaking into a person's house, you don't want them to see your face.
I mean, you would think so, but like, man, this whole suit. And that would also imply that she doesn't know about the Ronin, even though the people on TV did. And because
She
if
knows,
because
you know, she's dressed as Ronin.
if you did know about the Ronin, why would you want all of that bullshit on you? Like, I'm that guy who killed all these mob people.
She's presuming that she can get away, take off the costume, and not have it come back to her, which
Uh,
is wrong and the plot of the show.
yeah, yeah, a little bit. See, and she gets out of this thing, all right. Mm.
Like, I would have changed in an alley before she brought the dog back to her apartment.
Well, yeah, clearly that's what she should have done. Because that's what we'll find out. Her name is on the door or whatever. Buzzer.
Although, to be fair, at a certain level, the Ronin costume is just a hoodie and a mask, all in black,
It
and
is.
it's night.
Yeah.
The fact that people are spotting her and going, "That's the Ronin," as opposed to "That's a guy in a hoodie," is, I don't know.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with that too. Punch that shit.
I guess the coronavirus didn't happen in the MCU.
I mean,
People don't just wear masks.
no. But I mean, if the population of the world was half, it probably wouldn't have spread so quickly and
Yeah, that's true.
effectively.
Their 2019 was very different
It
from
was, yeah.
ours.
That's the thing. She just gets pulled out of the car. She didn't lock the door. Yeah,
That's a good reaction.
it is.
So many times, so many times in a TV show or movie, they do the unmasked thing, and oh, it's a girl underneath, and it's like You're a girl?
Yeah.
No, his reaction is, ah, damn it, now I can't punch you.
Yeah.